The Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering is an all-India examination that primarily tests the comprehensive understanding of various undergraduate subjects in engineering and science. GATE is conducted jointly by the Indian Institute of Science and 7 Indian Institutes of Technology on behalf of the National Coordination Board GATE, Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Human Resources Development, Government of India. The GATE score of a candidate reflects the relative performance level of a candidate. The score is used for admissions to various postgraduate programs in Indian higher education institutes, with financial assistance provided by MHRD and other government agencies. Recently, GATE scores are also being used by several Indian public sector undertakings for recruiting graduate engineers in entry-level positions. It is one of the most competitive examinations in India. Financial assistance. A valid GATE score is essential for obtaining financial assistance during Master Unregistered Trademark S programs and direct doctoral programs in engineering architecture, and doctoral programs in relevant branches of science in institutes supported by the Ministry of Human Resources Development or other government agencies. As per the directives of MHRD, the following procedure is to be adopted for admission to the postgraduate programs with MHRD scholarship assistantship, depending upon the norms adopted by a specific institute or department of the institute. A candidate may be admitted directly into a course based on his/her performance in GATE only or based on his/her performance in GATE and an admission test/interview conducted by the department to which he/she has applied and/or the candidate unregistered trademark S academic record. If the candidate is to be selected through test interview for postgraduate programs, the minimum of 70% weightage is given to the performance in GATE and the remaining 30% weightage can be given to the candidate unregistered trademark S performance in test interview and/or academic record. The admitting institutes can, however, prescribe a minimum passing percentage of marks in the test interview. Some colleges' institutes specify GATE qualification as the mandatory requirement even for admission without MHRD scholarship assistantship. To avail the financial assistance, the candidate must first secure admission to a program in these institutes, by a procedure that could vary from institute to institute. Qualification in GATE is also a minimum requirement to apply for various fellowships awarded by many government organizations. The criteria for postgraduate admission with scholarship assistantship could be different for different institutions. Eligibility. The following are eligible to take GATE: Baccalaureate unregistered trademark S degree holders in engineering/technology/architecture and those who are in the final year of such programs. Master unregistered trademark S degree holders in any branch of science/mathematics/statistics/computer applications or equivalent and those who are in the final year of such programs. Candidates in the second or higher year of 4-year integrated Master unregistered trademark S degree programs in engineering/technology. Candidates in the 4th or higher year of 5-year integrated Master unregistered trademark S degree programs or dual degree programs in engineering technology. Candidates with qualifications obtained through examinations conducted by professional societies recognized by UPSC ACT, AMICE, by the Institute of Civil Engineers ICE, is equivalent to BE/B Tech. Those who have completed Section A or equivalent of such professional courses are also eligible. GATE disciplines and structure. At present, GATE is conducted in the following 22 disciplines. A candidate can select any one of these. General aptitude questions. Each subject's test contains 10 questions that test the general aptitude, apart from the core subject of the discipline. Duration and examination type. The GATE examination consists of a single test of 3-hour duration that contains a total of 65 questions, worth a maximum of 100 marks. The questions consist of both multiple-choice questions and numerical answer-type questions. Numerical answer-type questions does not contain any options for the answers. The candidate has to solve the numerical and write the answer in the spec given. From 2014 onward, the examination for all the papers is carried out in an online computer-based test mode where the candidates are shown the questions in a random sequence on a computer screen. the candidates are required to either select the answer or enter the answer for numerical answer type question using a mouse on a virtual keyboard. Candidates are provided with blank paper sheets for rough work, and these have to be returned after the examination. At the end of the 3-hour window, the computer automatically closes the screen from further actions. Result and test score. GATE results are usually declared about 1 month after the examinations are over. The results show the total marks scored by a candidate, the GATE score, the All India rank and the cut-off marks for various categories in the candidate's paper. The score is valid for 3 years from the date of announcement of the results. The scorecards are issued to only the qualified candidates. Normalized GATE score, calculation of normalized marks for subjects held in multiple sessions. In 2014, examination for CE, CS, EC, EE and ME subjects is being held in multiple sessions. Hence, for these subjects, a suitable normalization is applied to take into account any variation in the difficulty levels of the question sets across different sessions. The normalization is done based on the fundamental assumption that in all multi-session GATE papers, the distribution of abilities of candidates is the same across all the sessions. According to the GATE committee, this assumption is justified since the number of candidates appearing in multi-session subjects in GATE 2014 is large and the procedure of allocation of session to candidates is random. Further, it is also ensured that for the same multi-session subject, the number of candidates allotted in each session is of the same order of magnitude. Based on the above, and considering various normalization methods, the committee arrived at the following formula for calculating the normalized marks. For CE, CS, EC, EE and ME subjects, normalized mark of JTH candidate in ith session, is given by image equals MGT, MGQ/MT, MIC plus MGQ, where, MIG is the actual marks obtained by the JTH candidate in the ith session, MGT is the average marks of the top 0.1% of the candidates in all sessions of that subject, MGQ is the sum of mean and standard deviation of marks of all candidates. In all sessions of that subject, MT is the average of marks of top 0.1% of candidates in the ith session of that subject, MIC is the sum of mean and standard deviation of marks of candidates in the ith session of that subject. After evaluation of the answers, normalized marks based on the above formula will be calculated using the raw marks obtained by a candidate in the CE, CS, EC, EE or ME subject. The score will be calculated using these normalized marks. For all other subjects, the actual marks obtained by the candidates will be used in calculating the score. Calculation of GATE score for all subjects. From GATE 2014 onward, a candidate's GATE score is computed by the following new formula. Where S equals score of a candidate, M equals marks obtained by a candidate, MQ equals qualifying marks for general category candidates in that subject, I1/4 equals average of marks of all candidates in that subject, I equals standard deviation of marks of all candidates in that subject. MT equals average marks of top 0.1% or top 10 candidates in that subject, Street equals 900 equals score assigned to MT, SQ equals 350 equals score assigned to MQ. Percentile. A candidate's percentile denotes the percentage of candidates scoring lower than that particular candidate. It is calculated as percentile equals x 100%, old formula, till GATE 2012. The score was calculated using the formula, GATE score equals, where M equals marks obtained by the candidate, A equals average of marks of all candidates who appeared in that subject, in that year, with marks less than 0 converted to 0, S equals standard deviation of marks of all candidates who appeared in that subject, in that year, with marks less than 0 converted to 0, AG equals global average of marks of all candidates who appeared across all subjects in current and past 3 years, with marks less than 0 converted to 0, SG equals global standard deviation of marks of all candidates who appeared across all subjects in current and past 3 years, with marks less than 0 converted to 0. Qualifying marks. The rules for qualifying marks have varied from year to year. The qualifying marks are different for different subjects as well as categories. Here I1/4 is the average of marks of all candidates in the subject and I-florin is the standard deviation of all marks in that subject. Usually, the general category's qualifying mark is in the 25 to 50 range. The Government of India implemented reservations for other backward classes in college admissions and public sector job recruitment in the year 2008. Before that, all OBC candidates were included in the general category. There was no separate OBC category then. Statistics: the total number of candidates appearing in GATE increased till 2013. In 2014, it decreased slightly. Precise figures unavailable right now. The following line chart shows the variation of the number of candidates appeared in the top 5 subjects, since GATE 2010. 2012, 2013, 2014, difficulty level of GATE, GATE, for long, has been known to test the engineering basics in a smart way. Complaints of lengthy problems have been rare. But the task of mastering an entire course of engineering for a 3-hour test, itself gives the test a certain level of toughness. Each year, only around 15% of all appearing candidates qualify. Admission to postgraduate programs: unlike undergraduate admissions in India, candidates must apply individually to each institute after the institute has published its MTech notification. There is no separate counseling held. Some institutions specify GATE qualification as mandatory even for admission of self-financing students to postgraduate programs. GATE-qualified candidates are also eligible for the award of Junior Research Fellowship in CSIR laboratories and CSIR-sponsored projects. Top rank holders in some GATE papers are entitled to apply for a €OE Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Fellowship, a euro awarded by CSIR. Some government organizations prescribe GATE qualification as a requirement for applying to the post of a scientist-engineer. In recent years, various academicians have recognized GATE as being one of the toughest exams in its category. Some non-Indian universities like the National University of Singapore, Nanyang Technological University in Singapore and some technical universities in Germany also identify GATE score as a parameter for judging the quality of the candidates for admission into their master's and PhD programs. Some management institutes like NITIE, Mumbai offer admission to postgraduate diploma in industrial engineering on the basis of GATE score. Most Indian institutes do not specify cut-off marks for previous years. So there is a general confusion in terms of selecting institutes and specializations. But in the recent years IIT Kharagpur and IIT Guwahati have been specifying last year cut-off mark list. Indian Institute of Technology Delhi has a very detailed website on postgraduate activities and admissions where students can find the relevant information on cut-off marks etc. Typically the Indian Institute of Science and Indian Institutes of Technology are the most selective, followed by National Institutes of Technology and others. Also there are some state universities in India, whose standards and facilities are very much comparable to top IITs and NITs. Some of them are Bengal Engineering and Science University, Jadavpur University, Delhi Technological University, Cochin University of Science and Technology, Andhra University College of Engineering, Osmania University and PEC University of Technology, Chandigarh etc. Even within the top institutes, the selection criteria varies widely across departments and programs depending on expertise areas. The Directorate of Technical Education of Maharashtra State has also started conducting CAP round from the year 2013 for GATE and non-GATE candidates in all institutes in Maharashtra that offer ME/MTech programs. CSIR's JRF, GATE Fellowship. The Council of Scientific and Industrial Research introduced the Junior Research Fellowship, GATE scheme in 2002 to allow GATE-qualified engineering graduates and GPAT-qualified pharmaceutical graduates to pursue research through suitable PhD programs at CSIR laboratories. Stipend and tenure: the fellowship amount is $16,000 per month plus HRA. In addition, contingency grant of $20,000 per month is also provided. On completion of 2 years as JRF, GATE, the fellowship may be upgraded to SRF, GATE and stipend may be increased to $18,000 per month in the subsequent years, on the basis of assessment of CSIR JRF-NET guidelines. The total duration of the fellowship is 5 years, within which the candidate is expected to complete the PhD degree. Recruitment through GATE. Public sector undertakings in India, for long, have had troubles conducting their recruitment processes with more than 100,000 students giving the exams for less than 1,000 jobs. After sensing the exponential rise in the number of engineering graduates in India who wish to get a PSU job, the PSUs have decided that a GATE score shall be the primary criteria for initial shortlisting. This change was the primary cause for the rapid increase in applicants for GATE 2012. Indian Oil Corporation was the first PSU which successfully tested out this system and was followed 2 years later by National Thermal Power Corporation, Bharat Heavy Electricals, Bharat Electronics and Power Grid Corporation of India. Usually these companies release their recruitment notifications right after GATE notification, indicating that candidates have to take GATE to be considered for a job in their organizations. Latest list of companies. As of now, the following public sector undertakings have signed memorandums of understanding with the GATE 2014 Organizing Committee, for using GATE 2014 score as a screening tool for recruiting engineers at entry-level positions. The numbers of posts mentioned are the total numbers. Of these, usually around half are reserved for candidates of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and other backward classes, as per the norms of the Government of India. In the above table, closing angle bracket is the greater than sign. The exact number of posts in each discipline cannot be known, as some companies have not revealed the numbers of posts. Many other PSUs are also processing the MOU and these are in progress. Changes in recent years. Year and Organizing Institute. Each year's GATE is organized by any one of 8 institutes, IISc and 7 IITs. The overall coordination and responsibility of conducting GATE lies with this institute, which is designated as the organizing institute for GATE of that year. GATE coaching institutes often make speculations regarding the topics to focus upon depending upon the institute that is the OI of that year. See also, Graduate Record Examination, Graduate Management Admission Test, Common Admission Test, Test of English as a Foreign Language, International English Language Testing System, All India Engineering Architecture Entrance Examination, Joint Entrance Examination, Indian Institutes of Technology, Indian Institute of Science, National Institutes of Technology, References, ABCD http, gate.iitkgp.ac in about PHP, ABCD http, gate.iitkgp.ac in PSAS PHP, ABCDE http, gate.iitkgp.ac in pstruk PHP, http, gate.iitkgp.ac in press release PDF, http, gate.iitkgp.ac in press release PDF, abhttp. gate.iitkgp.ac in eligibility PHP, http, gate.iitkgp.ac in a PPHP, http, gate.iitkgp.ac in press release PDF, http, gate2014result.com, http, gate.iitkgp.ac in GATE Score PHP, GATE Score Formula 2012 GATE 2013, http, gate.iitkgp.ac in press release PDF, http, www.gate.iitb Gate 2013 results statistics /http, www.gate.iitb Gate 2012 press release PDF, abhttp, www.hindu.com02 stories /2009020859860800htm, http, www.thehindukam Education Gate 2013 to get tougher /article 3828392 http, www.gate.iitb Gate 2012 press release PDF, http, www.gate.iitb Gate 2012 press release PDF, http, www.Kariranacom previous year gate cutoff marks and statistics / http www.gate-iitb-gate 2012 press release PDF http www.gate-iitb-gate 2012 press release PDF http www.Kariranacom previous year gate cutoff marks and statistics / http www.gate-iitb-gate 2012 press release PDF http www.gate-iitb-gate 2012 press release PDF http www.gate-iitb-gate 2013 results statistics / 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 http www.gate-iitb-gate -2013 results statistics / http www.gate-iitb-gate 2013 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 results statistics / http gate.iitkgp.ac in press release PDF 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 http www.csirhrdg.res.in gate.pdf http www.csirhrdg.res.in gate.pdf http www.bpclcareers in detailed add gate 2014 PDF http www.hindustan petroleum com pdf gate hpcl 2014 pdf http IIT Recruit in gate 2014 advertisement pdf http www.iocl.com rec gate 2014 FAQ pdf http www.national fertilizers com pdf NFL Montana 2014 rev pdf http www.nlsindia.com advt number 8 2013 npdf http www.npindia.com images recruit 14 pdf http www.ntpccareers.netme files advt pdf http www.powergridindia.com power grid file CCET 19 advt final pdf http www.powergridindia.com power grid file CCET 19 pdf http www.visixteal contenders 15977 gate% 20 advertisement pdf https galebank.gale.co in career usp https galebank.gale.co in pdf advertisement pdf http www.mecl.gov in gate 2014 pdf http www.mazagandoc.gov in MDL portal 122420131039008 advertisement gate 2014 pdf http rights images upload vacancy GET percent 200 20 comp add pdf http www.npcc.gov in otters advt -2.12.2013-9.12.13 final pdf http barcomnangiexam in document new short ad March 1, 2013 PDF, http www.barcomnangyexaminimportantinfo Eligible Disciplines PHP, http www.barcomnangyexaminimportantinfo Eligible Disciplines PHP, http www.gsecl inverses JGate PDF, http dailybhaskar.com EduGSECL hiring engineers based on GATE 2014-4,565,952 NO or HTML, GATE 2012, Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering, GATE 2013, Post-Exam Related Information GATE 2013, GATE 2014, External Links, GATE 2012, organized by IIT Delhi. GATE 2013, organized by IIT Bombay. GATE 2014, organized IIT Kharagpur.